Today, we're stepping back in time to one of the most defining conflicts in modern history, World War I. Also known as the Great War, it wasn't just a battle of armies, it was a clash of empires, ideologies, and unimaginable human endurance. It began in 1914, triggered by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria. But this spark ignited a powder keg that had been building for decades, a world divided by alliances, nationalism, and imperial ambitions. Over 30 nations were pulled into a war that spanned continents. From the muddy trenches of the Western Front to the deserts of the Middle East, millions fought and millions fell. This was the first truly industrialized war, a terrifying preview of the destructive power that modern technology could unleash. But World War I wasn't just about battles. It reshaped borders, overthrew empires, and forever changed how we think about war and peace. To understand how World War I escalated so quickly, we need to talk about the alliances. Europe wasn't just a collection of independent nations, it was a tightly knit web of agreements and promises, some public and others secret. Here's how it looked before the war began. On one side, you had the Triple Alliance, which included Germany, Austria-Hungary, Italy, though Italy later switched sides when the war began. This alliance promised mutual support if any member was attacked. On the other side, there was the Triple Entente, formed as a counterbalance. This included France, Russia, Britain. Unlike the Triple Alliance, this wasn't a formal military pact but a series of agreements to cooperate against common threats. These alliances created a dangerous situation. Instead of isolated conflicts, any spark, like the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, could trigger a domino effect, pulling all these nations into war. And that's exactly what happened. The alliances turned a regional crisis between Austria-Hungary and Serbia into a full-scale world war. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife, Sophie, were visiting Sarajevo. They were there on a goodwill tour, but their presence was met with hostility by Serbian nationalists. Among the crowd that day was Gavrilo Princip, a member of a secret Serbian nationalist group called the Black Hand. Fueled by anger over Austro-Hungarian control of Bosnia, Princip seized an opportunity. Princip assassinated the Archduke and his wife, an event that shocked the world. But what followed was even more shocking. The assassination triggered a diplomatic crisis that would spiral out of control. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia and issued an ultimatum, demanding nearly impossible terms. Serbia agreed to most, but not all of them. This gave Austria-Hungary the excuse it needed to declare war on July 28, 1914. And then, the alliances kicked in. Russia mobilized to protect Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia to defend Austria-Hungary. France joined to support Russia. Germany invaded Belgium, dragging Britain into the war. In just a few weeks, the world was at war. What started as a regional conflict between Austria-Hungary and Serbia quickly escalated into a global catastrophe. The alliances, rising tensions, and decades of militarization turned this into the Great War. And the rest, as they say, is history. July 28, 1914, this was the day Austria-Hungary officially declared war on Serbia, setting the first domino in motion that would lead to World War I. But what exactly happened? Let's break it down. After the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand on June 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary was outraged. The killer, Gavrilo Princip, was part of a Serbian nationalist group, and Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for supporting these extremists. On July 23, Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia. The demands were harsh and designed to provoke rejection. Serbia accepted most of the terms but refused one, allowing Austrian officials to investigate the assassination within Serbian territory. Austria-Hungary, backed by its ally Germany, saw this refusal as an act of defiance. On July 28, they declared war on Serbia, launching the first military strikes. But this wasn't just a two-country conflict. The alliances turned it into a global crisis. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Germany pledged to support Austria-Hungary. France backed Russia. And when Germany invaded Belgium, Britain joined the fray. Within days, The entire continent was at war. What began as Austria-Hungary's attempt to punish Serbia soon spiraled into the First Global War. This declaration of war was just the beginning of 4 years of unprecedented destruction. The declaration of war on Serbia was the spark that lit a powder keg. But was this conflict inevitable? Or could diplomacy have saved the world from disaster? Let's explore more in the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insight.